Alright, what's going on everybody? CJ Primeval here. I'm bringing you another Rengar game. I'm not against the Gangplank, so that's good. You won't be seeing me trash another Gangplank, as all my videos have been featuring a Gangplank mainly, where I just trash them in lane and then carry the game. Here, the reason I'm doing another Rengar video is because I'm using another build. Everything's different. Runes are different, masteries are different, my build's different, the laning phase, just a different experience entirely. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking on a Trinity top lane. I just want to go over what I've got going for me. So I start the Doran Shield and Potion, and as you can see, I forget a trinket, so I've been doing that lately, where I've just forgotten it. It's not planned. I'm not doing it on purpose, I just seriously forget like almost every single time. So I need to work on that. But anyways, my runes, what I've got set up, I've got just, straight flat magic resist, flat armor, glyphs and seals. And then for my marks, I have hybrid penetration. Hybrid penetration marks. 8 of them instead of 9. The ninth one is just flat attack damage. And then my Quints are all attack damage. So as you can see, I start with 70 AD. And the whole point of me going hybrid is for the laning phase, mainly. It's because I'm going to be maxing W, which is the only magic damage Rengar does, is his W. I'm going to be maxing my W first. So with doing that, the hybrid penetration is really going to help out. Because most people, unless you really are paying attention to like what kind of damage I'm doing, and you're really aware of those things, then you're going to be building armor against me. So the W helps a lot. It helps with wave clear, because like the whole point of this build, it's a Korean meta. Everyone's playing Rengar top lane because he can sustain. Doesn't use mana. He's all based off of cooldowns, and he can sustain really well with his W. So you max W and you just out sustain your opponent. Now any trades that you do end up involving yourself in, you want to be using your W. Obviously, you're maxing it first. You're gonna be doing the most damage with it, and it's unsuspecting damage. Like they may have gone cloth 5s to start, and that's gonna do nothing to help them against your W damage. So, right now, just kind of difficult to trade with Tryndamere. Getting some crits off, lucky crits. That's all he's riding on right now is just the chance of critting me and getting that edge in the trade. But yeah, so wave clear helps out a lot, because later once I get far enough into my build, I'm just gonna be shoving lane non-stop because my wave clear with W is just gonna be too strong. So just had my jungler Nate come up, put some pressure on him, try and back him up, and he went and placed this ward. And that's when I realized I don't have my ward, so I was cursing myself. But yeah. So right now I'm just trying to survive. Like I was trying to survive to get to level 3 so I have all my abilities for use and build up combo points faster so I can get empowered Ws more often. So here, honestly I didn't know where he was. I didn't know if he had backed because of the pressure Vi put on him, and here, yeah, there he comes out. So yeah, it's a very passive laning phase. I mean, you can be aggressive depending on your opponent, but right now at this stage against the Tryndamere, I don't wanna risk anything. If I dive to him, he could get a serious edge on me. So I'm just playing it safe right now. And I know that at a certain point, like once my W's at skilled up high enough, that he won't be able to trade with me. Yeah, like right there, the double W did tons of damage to him. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's what's so good about it. It takes people off guard. And they're like, oh man, I need to build armor. And then they build armor, and then I still do tons of damage to them. And so I can tell that they're really confused in lane. It also allows me to poke from range. They could be like hitting the caster minions under turret, and I can do damage to them without taking turret damage for the most of the time. See there, I took one turret shot, but I did plenty of damage, and the sustain I get from W makes the turret damage almost nothing, so it's great. The other thing about my W is I totally forgot to include this in the description of it, is that it gives me a defensive stat boost. My armor and magic resist increase when my W deals damage, so For a short period of time, it's like 3 seconds or something. But I mean, it's good enough to where like I started off with the engagement and they do little to no damage to me. So here I am. Yasuo is here. Obviously, I don't have like a ward or anything, so. Alright, so they decided to be aggressive. I've got 2 combo points, and so I'm just waiting for cooldowns right now. And Trinity knows doesn't have ult, so he's in trouble. Flash, and like, even if he continued running, my double W would have killed him because of the range on it. So right there, running away from him in that direction is just buying me time for cooldowns. And a lot of people are smart enough to know not to chase Rengar into brush. Pretty cool that he knocked me out of my lead there. But... So here, instead of just using my W right off the bat, I wanted to use it to trade damage to him, but it wasn't gonna happen. So yeah, pretty unsuccessful gank, gets me an edge, and so now I'm beating Tryndamere in CS by over a wave, and that's all I'm trying to do is just build a CS lead, because playing this type of Rengar and being good at it, you will almost never lose lane. If you lose lane, then you made a mistake. If you don't make any mistakes and you run this build on Rengar and you know what you're doing, you will never lose lane. Like, it is impossible for you to lose lane if it's just you and your top and the other top laner. It's so difficult to lose lane when you play this kind of Rengar. It's like the most reliable and it's the safest way to do things. And it's effective because you gain a CS lead. People either build armor or they're playing a carry and they can't trade with you effectively. Look at this. Like I don't even care. And like I didn't have any summoners, like it's just like he can't do anything. Just cute. And the heal really baited me out there. He baited the hell out of my flash there. So the Riven roamed up, but it didn't even matter because Tryndamere is unsuspecting. He thought I was just sitting in the brush and I ulted. So yeah, like this is what's great is that like when you max your W, you do a serious amount of damage, and with the hybrid penetration, I'm going to be doing damage early levels. These early levels, these laning phase levels, I'm going to be doing a ton of damage because you don't get a ton of resistance regardless in laning phase. It's not till later, if you're going tanky at all, that you get a good amount of resistances. And so it's nearly doing like true damage on some champions because they don't scale very well with their magic resist doesn't scale very well. So yeah, here I've got 52 CS to Tryndamere's 31. He's had to go for a sustain. He's got Doran's Blade and Vamp Scepter, some potions, and boots now. And so I go back and I get Warden's Mail. I think that's Warden's Mail. No, it's a chain vest and Giant's Belt. So now I'm basically unkillable by Tryndamere. He literally can't do a thing about me. I could sit there and fight him face to face, and he would lose out. He could ult and everything and lose out. I finally picked up my my trinket, so now I'm gonna be a bit more safe in lane. But yeah, so this is what it's about. It's about building a lead in CS. You farm until you become an absolute monster, and you basically become unstoppable. And that's what I'm doing. Tryndamere is gonna go mid. I think I signal I'm gone, but our Ari doesn't listen to me. I don't think. Yeah, I signal it a bunch. And he sits there for a while, but, I mean, she gets out, so it's okay. But this just allows me to build a larger CS lead. Because he wastes time there, doesn't get anything, doesn't get a kill. And I just build more of a CS lead. So now it's 63 to 40 at almost 10 minutes into the game. So I knew he was coming back up. I wanted to see if I could fight him there. But I missed him, I wasn't fast enough. So he's level 6 now. Can't trade with me. For the most part, I just will ignore him. I'll ignore my lane opponent. I've had the amount I've been playing this recently, I've gotten a pretty decent amount of lane opponents, like a variety of lane opponents, so I've been able to test it out on a bunch of different people. Fiora is always a tough matchup for Rengar, regardless of like what build you're doing, but I mean, you just have to play it really smart if you're playing against Fiora. But Riven, you smash Riven, she can't trade with you eventually, and then you just out CS her, and then she's stuck sitting under turret. And if she wants to be able to CS even remotely well, she has to get like a Tiamat. So you just bully them out of lane. It's like being Renekton, but like with a huge heal that does a bunch of damage, magic damage. And I've taken it against Nasus and won. He was severely underfarmed, didn't get any kills. And I think I killed him once in lane, and then the rest was just me out farming him and getting kills elsewhere. And I've taken it against Renekton. It works as well. You could go my damage build against Renekton and win. But yeah, so I've had there are other people that I've laned against. I can't think of right off the top of my head. But it's always been successful. Like it's this build, this way of playing is literally unstoppable. Unless you're outclassed. But I haven't come across that problem. So as you can see, 86 CS to 57. I'm just increasing the CS lead, and look, I can go under turret and damage him. And the heal, like the turret does almost no damage to me, because I'm going for what is it? I'm going for Sunfire Cape first. I haven't even used my potions. My Vi is taking damage in the jungle, and I thought she could get out. Thought he could get out, but Yasuo gets his first kill. And honestly, I should have been more attentive and gone to help. But I thought he could get out. Vi is pretty slippery for being a tanky champion, or at least one who's built tanky for the most part. But yeah, I wasn't a good teammate in that situation. I apologize. But yeah, so I want to focus more on my lane in this video. I kind of want to showcase this Korean meta Rengar that is basically unstoppable, and that's why he's either picked or banned 100% of the time, and he's usually first picked if he's not banned. So it's kind of ridiculous, and the math behind it works really well with the masteries. I'll have that all set up in the description, because it's a lot, and I don't have it pulled up right now for me to look at. I don't know the names of like all the masteries and stuff like that. So yeah, honestly I didn't want Ari to be here. I was fine with her not being here. They could have jumped on me, and I probably could have killed them both. But especially since Riven and Nidalee were pushing mid. So it's pretty even right now. The Riven gets a kill on our Ezreal, who's my older brother. Chinko is his name. Oh. So we've got Chase over here. They're running away, and I think they're gonna get away. But all I wanted to do, I was just like, Ari, leave. Like, all I want to do is just out CS way more than everyone else. I've got 30 CS lead on the next person to me. So, see, like, I don't even care about them fighting. All I care about is farming and becoming a beast. He flashes over the wall, gets punched in the face, and so we get assist gold. So I said, oh, well, why not? We'll just grab this turret. I'll just continue split pushing while you guys do stuff. But yeah, this is what this build does. Like, you don't see me impacting the game until everyone comes down to fight, and then Trinity can't do anything. He's actually not even a threat at this point. Like, and Yasuo, 1-1 it has a giant's belt. Like, look at it. Like, I command that 3 people are here. Yes, my teammates are here, but being this far pushed up, I would need at least 2 people here to try and deal with me. Like, I just command attention at this point, and that's all I want. My team can get other stuff done. I mean, while they're here, they're here. But I just back up because we were taking a lot of poke damage from Italy. I ult, run right by the wind wall, and yeah, so it's just like they can't do any damage to me. Italy with support, so she doesn't have a lot of damage. Riven comes in. Find Trinity in the brush that I flashed in to try and escape. I say, okay, I'll kill you then. Comes Riven, misses the stun. Jump right onto Trinity. And I almost killed Trinity as well. But yeah, so I didn't even have any magic resist for any of Nidalee's damage. Here we got it. Ezreal, buying time for the mana. This clutch charm, both on no mana, get a good kill on Riven. It's always it always pleases me when a Riven dies. But yeah, so I die. And I mean, we should have backed off a while ago. But I mean, it just shows like with how much we were able to do with what little we had in that situation, just shows the strength of this build and this setup for Rengar. So now I have my Sunfire Cape and Ninja Tabi, so I'm pretty set on armor at this point, especially at this stage in the game. And I have Spectre's Cowl and Kindle Gem going into Spirit Visage. The Spirit Visage I can talk about. There's a mastery I think called Perseverance that also branches down to another thing that I don't know the name of. But anyways, it increases your spell vamp, your life steal, your health regen, things like that, where it basically heals you. It increases the effectiveness of those by a certain percentage. I think it was 5 and 4 or 5, and I think they brought it down to like 3 or something with like recent changes to the trees and like a patch. But yeah, and that just boosts the effectiveness because I think it goes additively with Spirit Visage's 20% increase on healing, spell vamp, lifesteal, all those kind of things. So Riven ults. I'm like, oh goodness, this could be bad. I'm just sitting here taking all the damage. Riven can't trade with me, even with Nidalee. She dies from Sunfire Cape. See, that's what's so stupid. Like, I just stood there and took all the damage. I sat on a Nidalee trap where it reduces my resistances and still just, like, trashed them. So this is the point that you want to reach as this type of tanky Rengar. Now, the main core items are gonna be like in this particular situation. I got Sunfire. You could go you could go Randuin's Omen, but Sunfire Cape's mainly for lane dominance because the magic damage that it puts out makes it really tough for people to trade with you in lane. And in that situation where I 2v1 Riven and Nidalee, it proves to be very beneficial to have Sunfire Cape. But you could go Randuin's Omen, get you a lot of health. You just want to become a tanky monster, and then you get Spirit Visage. Either one you get first, depending on who your lane opponent is. Obviously, you want to get the resistances that are going to be the majority of the damage of your lane opponent. So with Trinity, I went armor first. Had I been against like an Elise or some AP like Rumble, I'd have gone Spirit Visage first. But once you get Spirit Visage, you're pretty much set. Your sustain in lane is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and you'll eventually just outlast them in lane and become an unstoppable monster through your farm advantage, which is what I'm doing right here. I have 151 to Trinimir's 86, and the next closest person's at 115 on my team are Ezreal. So that's what it is. And so here a bunch of people show up, and they got a Nidalee trap on me, so I ulted. And eventually the eyes are gonna wear off. Yasuo shows up. I was just trying to buy time. Luckily our Ahri and Ezreal, everybody's just coming up. Ahri shows up. Super baits. I'm unkillable, so why were they focusing me? I don't know. Ari is basically untouched. But yeah, so I like this is what it's about. Like my CS lead, I'm 6-1. Getting kills, I mean that's just gonna accelerate your beastliness. Because after I get Spear Visage, you go straight into Bonetooth because you almost never die, and so you're going to get either kills or assists. And so that's just going to build stacks on your Bonetooth necklace. It's going to scale with you as you level up, giving you more damage, and then you go Triforce. And the stacks help because they give you armor penetration, more armor penetration, some cooldown reduction, increased leap range. The last stack, difficult to get even on this build, but I mean that's what it is. And then you get Triforce, you get movement speed from the necklace and Triforce, so it's all about mobility and being unkillable. So this Trinity is just sitting under turret like an idiot, but I mean he had ult. So here I'm trying to like bolo him, but he keeps beating me in vision. But yeah, so he wouldn't have been able to kill me 1v1 anyways. Sadly, I wasn't able to save Annie. I mean, there's nothing I can do when Trinimir's just like tunnel visioning you. But yeah, so now I have red buff and Sunfire Cape, so I've been doing a lot of damage. I'm 7-1, so I've got a stack on my Bonetooth necklace already. I'm working on Phage that's gonna go into Triforce. But I should, now that I'm just split pushing, you guys know that that's what I'm doing. Basically what's happening, our Ezreal doing tons of damage. Laning phase was kind of, it wasn't completely one-sided. It was, it's kind of even. I think they went even, but then once team fights started breaking out, uh, my brother Chinko here on Ezreal just started owning, cause he's going blue build. He loves blue build Ezreal. It was his favorite champion in season 2, I do believe. So, blue build Ezreal still good. Always has been good, and just having Manamune and Iceborne Gauntlets puts out a ton of damage. So see him split pushing. I just got a turret, and Nidalee can't deal with me. She can't. So here, gonna have a bunch of people recalling to try and stop me. Trinity split pushing on his own. I still have like 60 more CS than him. So here, getting their blue. I was warding up, check to see if anyone's gonna come for me. So yeah, that's what it allows me to do. It just puts so much pressure on the map that you demand attention from one person, and usually that one person can't stop you, so they'll need to bring 2 people if you're really pushing it. So you're just gonna solo dragon, no problem. Trying to kill Trinity. He just hasn't been able to get on a roll. He's got Blade of the Rune King, attack speed boosts, and an unfinished, I don't even know what he's going for next. He has a pickaxe. So, no idea what he's going for. He just hasn't been able to get going. Yeah, look at that. Just can't do anything. But yeah, we had a superior team fight to theirs because they have no tank. They have no natural tank. Riven could go tanky, but Rivens aren't going to go tanky. They're too busy trying to think they're going to carry the game. And so like they have no natural tank. Our team fight is just on paper it's better, and the way we're executing it is just flat out better. Jump on Caitlyn here. She like ease into the wall and just further dooms herself. Yasuo gets exhausted. He got exhaust on accident because the summoner icons changed and he didn't know what was what. But yeah, clutch, very clutch exhaust there on Yasuo. But yeah, like I said, I could afford to split push as heavy as I did this game because just how much stronger our team fight was between Charm, Annie's Tibber stun and other stuns, and Vi's ultimate. Just the amount of CC we had trumped theirs, and we had a tank and Vi, whereas they didn't, so I could afford to split push. Ari did very well against Riven in lane. I know Riven gives a ton of people trouble in lane, especially mid. but she did very well so that she was relevant when it came to team fighting. And just our team fight was better even without me. Like I probably could have never showed up with the team, and we probably could have still won this game. But yeah, um, I've got a good amount of stacks. I got 4 stacks on my Bonetooth necklace, so that gives me 10 armor penetration, 5% cooldown reduction. And look, the game doesn't even, we don't even get to smash their nexus. But yeah, so that's how the game goes. That's how basically every game goes when I play this type of Rengar, where I just out farm the top lane. Top lane becomes totally irrelevant for the enemy team as long as my team has half a brain and does even in lane. Even if they don't do well in lane, I could still carry them. But yeah, that's basically how all these games go. I just become an unstoppable force. And the new Rengar, I love it. Yes, it's not as flashy as me just completely nuking someone in like half a second, but it's extremely effective, and it's super reliable. You should never have any trouble in lane if you go this kind of Rengar. And yeah, it's pretty easy way to just roll your way into victories. Like I just have endless victories on Rengar at the moment in my match history. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have all the things laid out in the description about the specifics of the build, the setup for this Rengar. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Uh, like, subscribe if you think that it's worth it. I'm gonna be posting videos once, twice a week, as much as I can. Maybe more. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later.